A very confused good morning and welcome to the new house, because I'm supposed to be in the office. Well, I was, until I checked my work calendar this morning. I realised actually today's the day that's most clear. I had just a couple of meetings this morning which have already wrapped up, so I've taken the rest of the day off, taking it as holiday, because I think it's probably the best day to ruin this lovely, nice room. It's probably one of the better rooms in the house, but unfortunately, as we were talking about yesterday, this has got to come out in order to get the whole flue out. So, kind of is my bedroom, and I know we only recently built the bed, but the bed's going to have to come apart. The carpet I'm probably going to take up just for ease for the time being, just so it doesn't get trashed. At least I can have a look at the floorboards as well. That bit of skirting board is going to have to come off, and then we're going to have to look at how the hell we take this lump of monstrosity out as well. So we're going to jump into a bit of a planning phase, and then we'll get on with ruining a perfectly good room. Underlay! It is up! Thankfully, there's not too many major surprises. The only finds, and I'm not sure if you'll see it in the time lapse, was a fairly large spider, which was quite happy to catch a free ride on my hand and go outside without too much aggro, so that's good. A nail and a hairpin. Only things found underneath the carpet, no funky drawings, no anything else. The board's also looking pretty decent, Nick. Like, there's a couple that are a little bit creaky. I mean, I'm just doing a quick walk test all the way over them. Now, there's a bit of a creak there because that one's a bit naff, so we might want to potentially look at replacing that one at some point. But there's a bit of a creak there as well. Yeah, there's a odd creak here and there, but actually, not in bad nick. After yesterday, that's actually, I'm happy to find something that's not something else that needs doing so majorly. What I may look at though is, as you said, it's a little bit thuddy in here. Now what they've done in the bathroom is they've actually put a layer of board on top of that. I don't know whether that's good practice. Obviously they've done it for the bathroom because it needed waterproofing, everything else like that for the shower. But I don't know whether it's worth doing that in here. So I may just have a look and do some research as well on what's the best way to make the floor seem firm and solid and a bit less not bouncy, but I suppose echoey when you step on it. Apart from obviously putting carpet back down on. But yeah, we'll work on that. So we've got the room stripped out now, which is good. So we're pretty much all set to start poking around on this. Now, what's interesting, and I'm not going to jump in the loft to show you now, it's kind of difficult to work up there. This is obviously the stack that goes up and the chimney stacked on the outside, but I can't see it go through the loft. There is like a cloth, like an old duvet or something right down the back corner of the loft, which I suspect they've used to sort of cover it where that is. But you can't really see it, so I don't know whether I should actually just go and poke my head in the loft first and just have a look and see what's up there. Or whether in reality this is coming out anyway, so I might as well just start hacking into it. Now I've got no idea what to suspect, because I know the bottom half here is bricks, because I've seen those from downstairs. And if you give it the old classic DIY knock test, it seems pretty solid most of the way up, apart from the odd patch here. So I think obviously we need to work top down. So what we'll probably do is one, get those skirting boards off, and then two, we're going to knock this top edge off just on the edge here and have a look. Before I do that though, what I am going to go do is measure one of the bricks we've got and just see, is that like a brick's width? Am I expecting just to find a brick all the way across there, or am I expecting to find halves? Genuinely no idea. So we're going to get pokey with it and see what's going on. And as we did with downstairs, we're going to start off timidly. We're going to go gently and just have a look and just pry things, have a look. And then once we're confident that we're not going to break or damage anything, then we'll pull the SDS out if it's needed, and then go hell for leather on it again. But yeah, thankfully that wasn't too much of a difficult job. It is really humid here in the UK today. I don't know why I'm wearing the hoodie. I'm sweating buckets just from lifting those few bits of carpet, so we're gonna have to strip back down again, I think. We got the skirting board off, and like with downstairs, it's all just fallen apart, except look, that's a little bit more solid this time, which is good. So much better mix up here. What I'm just deliberating is, you can see there, that's one full brick. Whether it's worth actually trying to knock the plaster off, like all the way up, just to expose the brick first, just so I can see what I'm working with. I may just start on this bottom section, go a little way up and just have a look. If I think that's worthwhile doing, then we'll do it all the way up. If not, then we might just start from the top down and see how we get on. But I think it's time now to get this place at least dust sheeted up, and then we'll jump into super long time-lapse mode, so you're not watching me thinking and taking things slowly for too long. In the great battle of getting rid of the flue pipe, I have become victorious. It is gone. There was some strange discoveries when we were doing this, which I didn't want to stop the time lapse for. But hopefully you might actually be able to see it on there. But actually, when I started removing all the plaster all the way down this, I found the bottom two bricks basically came loose, and there was probably about a chisel's width gap just underneath there. So all of these bricks right the way up were not actually resting on that floor. The only thing holding them there was the nails that they'd put into the brickwork all the way up, and it came down like butter, to be honest. There was that, like half of them you'll see on the vlog, I literally just pulled the brick out the wall. So I'm kind of very glad that's gone, because it's not that strong. which is great. But we've got the pipe exposed all the way up now. I'm going to clean and dust this and then just make sure there's no detritus and spiders going to fall on my head, because I want to put the bed back in here tonight, so at least I can have a proper night's sleep. We also discovered some more, probably even worse bricklaying, but thankfully this is like right at the very top of the wall, because that's the edge of the roof effectively, right the way up there. There's a loose brick there, and then this one is like way off kilt, but thankfully it's at the top of the wall, so it's not exactly holding any weight, which is good. So we can patch all of that up. So, but yeah, after feeling a bit overwhelmed yesterday, I'm feeling a little bit better now, because that is prepped and ready to go, and it's Monday. So it was supposed to be done by Friday, so I'm glad we're back ahead of schedule now. And it just means we can get on with some tasks. So it was a well tactically used, partially day off. I still picked up quite a few messages and stuff, so I'm going to gain the hours back at work over the course of the week and just do a few more jobs when I'm working from home. Because I probably did about 3-4 hours work over the course of the day. But yeah, great success. We're almost back to where we were this morning. We've cleaned up all the dust, we've cleaned up all the cracks, we've done all of that. We've even vacuumed down the flue just so I don't end up with spooders landing on my face in the middle of the night. And what's that? You people eat, what is it, 2 spiders a year in general? I think I would have had 10 years worth of dosage if I hadn't have done that, so that's looking good. Yeah, so I've just got to clean up the sides and dust them down a little bit, but we're back to where we are, and then we can reassemble the bed. And it's not before 6 o'clock, so we've got time for more jobs this afternoon. I've got really good in these vlogs of going, yeah, we're going to do this, and this, and then do about one of the things off the list. So I'm not going to hold up too many promises on that, but I'm going to try and do something again later, which is good. I did spend a little bit of time thinking about how unstable that was. Actually, it's kind of terrifying. Like, I know it had all the strapping and everything down it, but I reckon if I'd given that a good enough shoulder nudge, we could have actually caused some quite serious structural damage. So I'm very glad that it's out now. I've messaged the asbestos guy. He's like, brilliant, we're set to go on Friday now, so that is all good. So yeah, very happy. Now the next job we've got to do, and I don't think I'm going to do it today because it might be a bit too noisy, is this is the next one that's got to come down. So this stack in the toilet's got to come out at some point early this week. That's the only like other time critical job to do. So I think probably have a go at that maybe tomorrow, but I have got to go to a different work site tomorrow. There's a big task force that's been created, quite big actually. It's cross-functional, of quite a few hundred people involved in it. Now I've been dobbed in to go down to that, so I'm going to go to a different site tomorrow. So it's much further away, so we'll probably pick off some easy jobs tomorrow. But yeah, some point that stack's got to come out, and then I've sent a few pictures to the plumber because there's a few issues downstairs which I'll show you now. You know, I said I cleaned upstairs. Yeah, it's all here now. We'll gloss over that. That's another day's problem. But yeah, the problem I was just talking about is, so we were talking about radiators moving around, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to recover it again because we've mentioned it 1,000 times. But we're on about putting the pipes through the floor. Now, if you look down here, and this is probably going to be one of those things that's difficult to show on camera, but what it looks like is we've got the original concrete slab underneath. We've then got a damp-proof coarse like membrane there. It's like a plasticky layer. Just there, you can see me just sort of flicking it. And then on top of that, we've got like another 100 mil of whatever layer this is. So it's almost as if they put a second floor on this much later. Now, I have messaged the plumber to say, yeah, are we going to be breaching that damp-proof layer when we're putting the pipes down? And just probably yes, because obviously the pipes are going to be more than 10 mil thick. So that might change things in terms of the plan. Now I know in my sisters they've taken the pipes up and over and through the roof space and down through the ceiling, but the problem is where they've got hers, they've ran the pipes down the wall and you can sort of see where the plaster's sort of dried out around the hot water pipes into the wall, so I'm a bit, that may not be the best strategy. So I mean, the alternative is probably, and I'm waiting for the plumber to confirm this whole top layer's got to come up, then we put the pipes in, then we relay the damp proof layer, and then we re-level it, which I'm probably going to have to do anyway, because I need to re-self-level it to put the flooring in here, and I could do with a bit of room so it lines up nicely with the tiles going into the kitchen. But yeah, another challenge, but that is another one for another day. Tell you what, by the end of this home renovation, we're basically going to have a montage of me building, unassembling, building, unassembling, building, unassembling the bed, because that's just in there temporarily. I'm going to have to re-disassemble it probably Friday morning before I go to work, so that they can start taking the flue out on Friday. Then I have to rebuild it again on Friday night. Then when we come to do the wall takeout, I'm going to have to disassemble it again. Then when we have to reassemble it, when we put it back in after that, probably once all that's rebuilt. And then when we actually come to redecorate this room again, I'm probably going to redisassemble it and then reassemble it again. So it's going to end up with a full-on montage of beds build and rebuild. But we're back to where we were at. We now have somewhere to sleep for the night, and because this stack is now out of the way, we can push the bed right back against the wall, which is great. Hopefully the leg doesn't fall down the hole, and hopefully no bricks fall down on my head in the middle of the night. But yeah, bed is back in. So next plan of action is we're going to head out to the shops because I'm running a bit low on food. We're going to get a 9-volt battery for the damp meter, because the double A's that I brought from Costco on the big Costco shop were the wrong batteries. So I'm going to go spend even more money on batteries. I bought double A's, triple A's, whatever the ones were for my key fob, the little buttons ones were, and 9 volts recently. So I spent most of the money I'm spending is going on batteries at the moment. But yeah, we're going to get a 9-volt battery for that. We're going to get some food in. You join me and my flue at the end of the day. It's my new companion for while I'm sleeping. I'll let you know if I wake up with dust all over my face. But we're going to call it there for the day. As I spoke about earlier, we didn't do anything extra. My dad dropped a couple of items around just for helping with trying to detect the pipes and stuff like that. And we just did a general sort of household clean up, emptied the bins, put the bins out for tomorrow, that kind of stuff, which isn't that exciting, so I didn't vlog any of it. It's about 10 o'clock, so I'm going to get to bed early because obviously I'm going to go to the further away site, so I think it's probably tactical that we do that. So hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, and I will catch you all in tomorrow's one.